Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Today, I want to talk to you about what goes into a basic estate plan and why it's important. Before I do that though, I want to remind you, if you have questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, and you want to talk with us over the phone for free, you can do so by going to cmslawfirm.com. Okay, what is a basic estate plan and why is it important to you? Well, let's start at the why real quick. What an estate plan really does is cover several different sort of groups. The first group that it covers is going to be you personally or your spouse, you and your spouse if you're married. If something happens to you, if you're in a coma, if you have a traumatic brain injury, if you develop Alzheimer's, if you, for some reason, are just out of commission, an estate plan is going to name the people that can sort of take care of you, help you out, protect you until you get back on your feet or for the rest of your life. The second type of people that are going to be helped and protected from a basic estate plan are going to be your children, particularly if you have children that are under the age of 18. We'll get into what that is in a minute. And then the third group of people that are sort of protected or helped out by a basic estate plan is going to be your future generations, right? Because you're going to help them set up success. Okay, so let's get into it real quick. High level estate planning covers you in two circumstances. Circumstance number one is if you are alive but incapacitated. Again, think you are in an accident and you're in a coma, or you are elderly and you have dementia. The things that are going to cover you there are going to be power of attorney. Power of attorney is sort of like who is in charge of managing your day-to-day life, paying the bills, doing whatever else is required sort of in that financial realm. This is super important if you are married and have separate bank accounts. This is super important if you are in a committed relationship and have separate bank accounts. Without this power of attorney, you are not going to be able to access those other accounts. You're not going to be able to act on behalf of even your spouse. Super duper important. Number two, in that vein, alive but incapacitated is going to be medical power of attorney. The same thing as the financial power of attorney, but specifically for medical decisions. Again, very, very important if you are not married and in a like a serious committed relationship. Or if you are over 18, if you have kids, like things like that. These are the documents that are going to be required for you to get information about your loved ones. Without it, you are not likely to get it. Third document is going to be health care directive. Healthcare directive is basically if you are in a vegetative state, do you want to pull the plug or not? This document tells your medical power of attorney what you would want to do if you were in that situation. Okay, clears up any confusion, lets them know specifically what to do. Again, super duper important for you. Next document, this is if you have minor children, is going to be minor power of attorney and minor medical power of attorney. These two documents I sort of refer to as temporary guardianship designations. If you and your spouse are in a car accident and in the hospital for 2 months, who are the people that are going to be legally in charge of protecting and taking care of your kids? Who can take them to the doctor, who can enroll them into school, who can do just sort of the sign a field trip slip, sort of the parent things that need to be done that until you're back on your feet, okay? So all of those documents together, power of attorney, medical power of attorney, healthcare directive, minor power of attorney, minor medical power of attorney, cover the first sort of high level function of a basic estate plan, which is covering you if you are alive but incapacitated, okay? Number two, second way that estate plan covers you is when you die, right? And we all know what happens there. The first thing that's going to cover you there is going to be disposition instructions. These are like burial instructions. Again, lets everyone know what you want to do. Also names the people that are in charge of doing that, whatever it is that you want to do, okay? No, and the other thing that is going to be with the basic estate plan is going to be a will. Will does a few things, going to name your personal representative. In Washington, at least, they're called personal representative. Other places, they're called executor. This person is in charge of administering your estate, essentially gathering your assets, determining your debts, paying your debts, distributing your assets, okay? That's what the personal representative is really in charge of doing if you need probate in particular. And the second thing that a will is going to do is name long-term guardians. So if both parents die for some reason, who is going to be the person that steps into that parental role? This is super important because if you do not name someone, the court is going to choose based on whoever raises their hand. And what I always say is, in almost every family, there are those potential guardians that look great on paper, but that you would never want to raise your kids because you have different political ideas, you have different money ideas, different education ideas. You just have different philosophies from those people, and you wouldn't necessarily want them raising your kids. To make sure that that doesn't happen, you name your long-term guardians in the will. Last thing a will does, distributions. Who gets what? That's pretty straightforward, okay? So those are all of the things that go into a basic estate plan. It covers you, it covers your loved ones, and it covers the future, all right? Hopefully that made sense. If it did, hit the like button, leave a comment or question if you have them. And remember, if you have specific questions about estate planning or probate and you want to talk with us over the phone for free, you can do so by going to cmslawfirm.com. All right, that is it. As always, I am Christopher Small. I am the owner of CMS Law Firm. We do estate planning, we do probate, we do it well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you again soon. See ya.